If you've been to Girraween National Park in Queensland, you most likely would have seen, if not climbed, the pyramid. It's a pretty cool and fun little climb with some great views. But did you know there's a second pyramid? You can see it from the top of the first pyramid, or as I like to call it, Pyramid Prime. It reminds me of the big swamp turtle from the Never-Ending Story, but I digress. We begin our adventure by descending Pyramid Prime down the northern side towards the second pyramid. This is one of those spots where you'll need to be confident descending off-track terrain. How do we do this? Yep. Okay, I'm just evening it up for one. Well played, Bobby.
Oh, I had a fair bit of time to get my nerves together.
Sportiva TX4s could do it. This spot here between the two pyramids is called Running Rock. It's an interesting test of nerves, skill, dexterity, core strength, and the grip of your shoes. But be aware, getting up is easier than getting down. In short, this thing's a complete psych out.
This thing's a complete psych out.
I was pretty happy here to just sit back and watch everyone else do it so I could save my energy for the big stuff. It'd be about there where I go, crap, I'm losing it, and just pancake down. The next little point of interest we found was this giant crack running up the side of the rock, located here. And of course, we had to check it out. Oh, hell yeah!
Let's do this. I think this is the quite crawling through.
Oh, I don't think you can... I don't know, hey? Oh. Whoa! So this little crack here in the side of the rock, the sound travels through that amazingly. Like, there were some folks right up the top, and I could hear perfectly clearly what they were saying from down here. So it's pretty amazing how the sound travels.
This is pretty cool.
You can get through?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let's do it.
You might need to get rid of your plate.
I have a plan. Oh, I didn't say it was a good plan. Oh, hell. Yeah. Onto here. Oh, that was some skin. There were a couple of ways past this section, but anything that involves some sort of caves is always going to get my attention. Yeah. Oh man, my poor bag. It's getting shredded.
We come around here searching every nook and cranny because we had no idea where to go up.
That's the fun part.
After a bit of a trip around the base of the second pyramid, we find our ascent point. Now, I haven't explored much further around the second pyramid, so I don't really know if there's another way up. So I just decided to follow our guide. And we found a narrow climbing section that I embraced with typical wild donkey enthusiasm.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. We normally send the most agile person first and then come through the rope.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze through here, requiring some interesting manoeuvres and contortions, if you will.
Ropes up.
So it's a pretty good idea to take off your backpack and pass it to one of your mates. Like, you can do it with your bag, but it's a lot harder.
Bridging manoeuvre off the tree.
And how are you going to get up onto that?
Step up from this one.
And then you're on.
Instead of getting narrower.
Ah, okay.
You have to go up.
When do we go up?
As soon as before it gets too narrow that you can't.
So I want to put my foot on that little ledge there and then step over to here whilst hanging onto this tree for dear life.
Oh, this step up's harder than I remember.
Oh, don't say that. Hang on.
There's two ways to negotiate this section. One is by bridging or stemming your way up this crevasse. The other way
Hold
is to
up.
try and do what Tim's doing.
This is
The rock here is incredibly grippy in the dry,
Yeah, I think we might.
and wearing the TX4 approach
Yeah.
shoes makes the job easier again. But you still have to get your head
Just-
around the fact you're stepping up a near vertical rock with no handholds.
need a tiny bit more traction.
There's no way. The rock keeps going.
Can I get a
I don't
different
think you
grip?
can, you can't see how far the rock keeps going. The rock keeps going up. I could probably keep going up.
You can climb out that thing at any point you want, guys.
Use my feet to climb.
Or I will climb out.
We can't work out how to
Way to
climb.
do it.
I can. As you get narrow, I probably can.
Yeah, once you... Yeah, you got to kind of bridge your way up. Oh my god. Once you're up here, you can just step out.
Yeah.
You've got to bridge your way up. If you bridge your way up and across, then you can step out.
Give it a go.
Another spot where I'm going to have to turn my camera off because I can't film from here. So, but we're going to have to bridge up on these two rock walls to get out from here.
A few moments later.
At first I decided I would attempt the bridging climb up the crevasse to the top. But that didn't work because I couldn't get into the optimal position because I couldn't fit, but it was a stupid way anyway, so I had to resort to climbing up the interesting way that Tim went. The camera doesn't show the scale of where I am here. You've got this lovely inviting granite in front of you that looks so easy. But when you look to the right, there's just this huge drop that screams no mistakes. And mistakes are a thought that appears when you realise this is purely a friction-based scramble. It really messes with your head. You can really see here just how little there actually is to hang on to. If you're light and nimble, you'll be able to do this one pretty easy, especially if you've got grippy shoes. But for the more solid among us, you might need a little bit of help. After looking around and considering my options and enjoying the view, I decided I'd call over one of my associates so I could grab onto him and drag myself up, which actually worked rather well. Next thing I had to do was to jump across this crevasse, which is another one of those mental prowess things.
I'm going to have to do some serious editing on this to make myself sound brave.
Finally, we arrive at the top of the second pyramid. If you made it this far, you'll be rewarded with an amazing 360-degree view, including seeing the tourists on Pyramid Prime, who, according to our friends who remained over there, thought we were nuts.
Another testament to the grip of these TX4 shoes. These shoes just like grab hold of the rock, they're amazing.
Now we descend down to our abseil route, which will be about here. It's not difficult as long as you're good with exposure and heights, but if you're not, you most likely wouldn't have made it this far anyway. We also see our mates that stayed behind on Pyramid Prime.
Yay! That'd be nice if there was something to secure to up the top. Oh, that would have been so good.
So this concludes our little trip up the second pyramid. It was a great little afternoon adventure, but you definitely need your wits about you. If you're contemplating this one, be prepared. Make sure you have grippy shoes, a head for heights, and climbing aids. You must have scrambling and bouldering experience as well, and be able to self-rescue if things get dicey. Ideally, it would also be good to go in a group with others who are skilled at this sort of thing.
Off-road!